So we're going to be talking about the first use case, which is according to McKinsey, this is increasing repeat business. I'm not necessarily talking about in the same order, the McKinsey study, but I'm going to be talking in the order of the value for the business, right? So the first one is, of course, for any recurring revenue customer, if we can keep the customer, instead of 3 years average lifetime, if we make it 5 years average lifetime, instead of 7 years average lifetime, if you can make it 10 years average lifetime, you don't have to pay for acquisition cost one more, and the customer knows how to work with you. In fact, the operational cost, the longer you keep the customer, also goes down. So a lot of benefits in keeping the customer longer. And AI can score and precisely identify who are the high potential to cancel customers. And a use case could look like the screen that is shown on the slide right now. And of course, it is going to identify exactly like what it is doing, the propensity to cancel, in this case, 71%. But it can also start giving reasons for why this is high risk, right? And this is one of the differences we bring with our operational experience in not just implementing predictive models, but also make it like very, very operational for your contact center agents, for your marketing managers, for your field reps, even when you show these things on the website. So we call them health indicators. They precisely explain why the customer is at risk, right? So in this case, the customer is end of contract. They're on auto pay, but they were acquired through a door-to-door, which might be inferior to some other way of acquiring that customer, right? So these are the health indicators. And my favorite portion in this entire thing is show the recommended offers. That means like take the prediction into prescription, not just say that there is a problem, but giving recommendations on how to fix the problem, right? This is what makes the operations very, very helpful, including think about how to pre-calculate the value of the offer, which will make your CFO super happy in securing the funding and making sure that you do the necessary investments, which at the end of the day is very important to scale this operation beyond, oh yeah, I have a model, I can do some predictions and so on and so forth, right? So when you combine all these technologies, the prediction, the reasons of the prediction, the details of the customer situation, the recommended offers, the value of these recommended offers, you are beginning to transform your company from reacting to what the customer is saying to being very, very proactive and having those X-ray lenses and seeing what will happen in future and taking advantage of that situation right now, right? So that's our use case number one. So let's switch to use case number two. Oh yeah, we did talk about the value of, when implementing these things, what should we expect? We have implemented these types of technologies for many of our customers. On an average, some companies realize 15% reduction in cancels. Some might realize 7 to 8% in reducing customer churn. So if your churn is, let's say, 15% or 20%, think about that as, maybe 18% from 20% or 13.5 or 13% down from 15%, right? So expect about 8 to 12% reduction in cancels as a result of implementing some of these ideas we just talked about.